Hello, my name is Hector and you're watching Hector's Highlights of June 2024. In Hector's Highlights I talk about all the things that I consumed in the previous month and I give some recommendations what might be of interest for other people from my point of view. So let's get right into it, starting off with literature. At this point it's almost a running gag that I'm still reading The Fourth Turning by Howe, which is a book about the generational cycle. But I'm really making progress. I'm like 1/3 there, and what's really motivating for me is my girlfriend who made me this kind of indicator where I'm at, which is like a very nice monogram. But I do be finishing books though, on the low, which is War. I finished War. Imagine It Would Be Here, by Janne Teller and illustrated by Helle Vibeke Jensen. My girlfriend gave me this book because she knows I'm into design and monograms and stuff like that, and the illustrations are like mixed media, so drawings with pictures, and I like this very much. Very like monogrammic kind of style. It's a thought experiment where Germans have to flee Germany because of war and go to another country to kind of like ask the question what it would be like to be in the shoes of many people that flee and go to Germany. As far as literature, we're done now, so let's get right into movies and series. I'm constantly watching Ghibli movies, so this month I watched Poko by Studio Ghibli, which is a movie about honey badger type creatures. I don't know the right word in English, but like these honey badgers that live in the wild in Japan, and Japan has to expand and modernize, and therefore they destroy nature, so you have more apartment buildings and stuff like that. So this is from the perspective of the honey badgers trying to survive, kind of try to coexist with humans. It's a nice movie. It's my favorite Studio Ghibli movie because it's very real, very artistic, but at the same time very like child-friendly and innocent in a way. I went down the rabbit hole of Warhammer 40k this month and watched a lot of animations, and the one that stood out to me was Astartes. Warhammer 40k is a tabletop game with like little figurines where you simulate war. Like a big part of it is the lore behind it through novels, fan fictions or animations. Astartes was made by Syama Pedersen, and was at some point licensed by the makers of Warhammer 40k, so the real thing is not up on YouTube anymore, but there's a re-upload which I will make sure to put in the description down below. It's like 18 minutes or something, 12-13 minutes, and to imagine that only one person made this is crazy. And it kind of shows that in our times the accessibility of tools becomes better and better, and like the boundaries of what we can create is kind of the time, expertise and the ideas that we have, and I think that Astartes is kind of a very nice example of that. And I also watched a new season of the series The Boys, so season number 4 on Amazon Prime. The Boys is a series antagonizing superheroes, or like a more gory, mature way of looking at superheroes and kind of the casualties they may cause in real life. Disclaimer: The Boys is very gory and very mature, so if you can't handle like these themes or seeing blood or like guts or stuff like that, or like sexual innuendos and stuff like that, then don't watch it. It's not worth it. I felt like season 4 was very short and kind of a setup for the next season, because it kind of showed where everyone is standing and somehow where the characters are standing right now and what their abilities are. But I liked it in a way where they experimented with scenes that they obviously wanted to do for a long time, which was nice and creative as always. Now we wrapped up movies and series, let's move on to music.
The shoes match the pants match the belt.
Again, I have 3 songs and 1 album that I'd like to recommend to you this month. Starting off with Jumpin' by Kenny Mason of his new project 9. I discovered Kenny Mason on The Cave, which is a YouTube series by the producer Kenny Beats, where he invites people and they make music in a matter of like 15 to 20 minutes, and whatever comes out, comes out. And usually he has some very talented people on there. So what comes out of these 20 minutes is very creative or like very funny. Kanii Mason was on that, and now he has a new project out which is called 9, and this song is trap and has summer vibes, and to me feels like a summer day where you don't have anything planned and all your friends are with you and you just like hang around, play basketball for an hour, then like go to KFC or whatever, go to McDonald's, and then just hang around all day. That's kind of how it feels. The next song I'd like to recommend to you is Sin's Let Me In remix by Kanii and Trippie. Kanii is an artist that I've been following for a while now. He's part of the new era of R&B, very distinct style, the way he sings, but he kind of has to find some variety because his songs seem like bland at times, because they're all pretty good, but they all sound the same kind of. And he has this remix of a trap R&B Jersey Club inspired song. Really recommend this. I've been listening to this for like half a year now, and I always come back to it. The last song on my list is YOSHIMITSU by Cochise, and this song has been stuck in my head because of the damn hook that he starts off with. That's like always there and never leaves, and I'm with my girlfriend and I have it in my head, and I'm on the phone with my mom and I have it in my head, and I'm under the shower and I have it in my head. So this song won't leave me alone. Funnily enough, I just looked up the video. The guy looks like T-Pain. The song sounds like Playboy Cardi made in Taiyo, like ethereal trap baby voice with like Japanese influences, or like people who are like into modern futuristic Japanese culture, kind of like that. And the video looks like it's directed by Tyler the Creator, so a very nice mix. Make sure to check the YouTube video out, the music video. I'll have it down below as well. The album I'd like to recommend to you this month is In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson, which was released in 1969. It's a progressive rock album that has 8 songs and a runtime of 1 hour and 7 minutes, but most of the time you have 2 to 3 songs mashed into one, so they're like 7 to 8 minutes long. It was about time that I listened to this, because in terminally online music nerd circles it always comes up and is like referenced. I bet some of you already have seen the cover, which is like very weirdly uncanny, like a man who has his mouth wide open, gaping wide open, which kind of reminds me of the scenes in SpongeBob when they have like a close-up and it's like super realistically drawn for no reason. It's progressive rock, just like I said, so progressive rock with influences of jazz, international music, more classical ideas and composition. Explained for dummies, it sounds, to me at least, like rock that was conceived on a theater stage, kind of like that. Most of you will even know one song of this project, the intro song, 21st Century Schizoid Man, which was sampled on Kanye West's Power, that we all know from somewhere, whether it be like workout, warm-up music or advertisement or the charts. So yeah, that's kind of the modern connection to it. My favorite song of this project was A Man, a City, because it sounds like calculated silliness, weird pauses where it seems like they forgot what they had to like play, but with the experimental nature of the whole project, I never really knew which was calculated and which was like inspiration and something that came up while recording. That's it for this episode of Hector's Highlights. Hope to see you in the next one, and please check out what I recommended. See you soon.